Ah, the St. Paul campus. What's not to love? There's beautiful green spaces, the wonderful McGrath Library, and the Soil Science Building. I've never actually been in there. Wow. They have barns and a meat lab. Oh, and how could I forget? The Biosci Center, where all CBS freshmen learn they either still tolerate science or if they have to do another cereal dilution, someone is dying. Speaking of barns, I was just wondering something. Just recently, I was mowing the lawn inside the plant growth facility's greenhouse, and I noticed something strange. When I cut the grass, it released this really strong smell. I tried asking someone about it, but they just yelled at me, and I think I got expelled, and now my U card doesn't let me into buildings. I bet someone in there could help me. Maybe he'd know. After all, his name is almost an anagram for Rain Diva. I would go in, but I think my legs are exposed. I'll just send him an email. So I asked Dr. Radin about why the grass smells bad when I cut it, and he said that apparently when the cells are mechanically damaged, they release compounds that help warn nearby plants of a potential danger, like a cow or me with my lawnmower. I then asked him how he knew that, and he told me that he went to college. He attended the University of Belgrade in Serbia, studying molecular biology and physiology, where he had an opportunity to do research in the plant molecular biology lab and fell in love with plants and their complexities. After that, for his PhD, he attended the the Technical University of Dresden, which is in Dresden, Germany. While here, he explored his love for cellular biology and produced his PhD on copper transport proteins in the mitochondria of yeast and plant cells. After that, he attended Washington University in St. Louis, Missouri as a postdoc before joining the University of Minnesota as an assistant professor in 2023. But enough with all this boring science stuff. Let's hear some silly facts. He said he likes playing kickball. Apparently, he also quite likes houseplants. I could have told you that. Let's see. Apparently, he also really likes microscopy. Okay, dude, oh my god. Look at this! Apparently this image of moss protonema filaments won him 2021 Olympic Image of the Year for the Americas region. Apparently it's such a good image that he made it the background of the homepage of his lab's website. Why isn't this working? Isn't that fun? Alright, let's get back to business. This is a figure from an October 2021 article by Radin, which he told me was his greatest scientific achievement so far. This article concerns piezoprotein homologs in Psychometrium patens, a species of moss. Now, am I going to pretend like I fully understand this article? No, but I'll try my best. Piezos are a type of mechanosensitive ion channel, which means that when a force is applied to the cell, the channels open, allowing ions like calcium to flow into the cell. Here's footage of calcium ions flowing through a tentacle of a sundew plant after being touched, courtesy of Radin's research. One of the many goals of this article was to determine if the two genes that encode for both of these proteins, called piezo1 and 2, are expressed ubiquitously within all tissue types within the moss. To determine its expression, mRNA was isolated from 5 different tissue types within the moss Psychometrium patens, and relative expression was determined using a PCR machine. As a control, tissue and reproductive organs was not used. The result is this figure, showing relative expression in all 5 tissue types for both piezo1 and 2. The expression of both piezo1 and 2 in all 5 tissue types demonstrates their ubiquitous nature, supporting the hypothesis that the ion channels have many functions yet to be discovered. As of right now, Dr. Radin and his lab are continuing investigations into organellar mechanics within algae and flowering plants. Alright. All the talk of the inner workings of these often overlooked organisms really makes you appreciate them and their hidden complexities. And it's researchers like Dr. Radin that I really admire who continue their explorations out of a simple fascination with plants. And honestly, after meeting Dr. Radin for the first time this past summer at Itasca, he kinda unintentionally convinced me to switch my major from biology to cellular and organismal physiology, mainly so I could take a plant biology minor. Thank you, Dr. Radin. I must note that neither the University of Minnesota nor Dr. Radin endorsed this video, but he very kindly answered many of my questions, so an utmost thank you to him. Goodbye.